Mental health can be very challenging to navigate, and locally, it might affect more people than you even realize.
That's why resources like private therapists and behavioral health programs hope to combat a mental illness that tends to ramp up after the holidays. WGEM's Joseph Lawler has more.
What can you do to keep yourself motivated? What can you do to keep yourself going?
Seasonal affective disorder typically affects people around this time of year due to less sun exposure and colder temperatures. Penny Impinson, a local therapist here in Quincy, says this part of the country most likely sees more cases.
We're inside. We live in the middle of the Midwest, and it's cold, and so you're not out, you're not taking in the sun, you're not seeing your friends as much because it may be icy out or cold out.
Impinson says the demographic she sees at her private practice that are affected most by SAD are adults. However, that doesn't mean adolescents are immune.
Seasonal affective disorder is something you see more in adults. However, I believe that we're becoming more aware of how seasonal affective disorder affects teenagers or even young children.
She says simple steps like taking vitamin D or turning lights on more often can make a difference.
Turn on the lights in your house. Turn on the lights at your office.
At the Blessing Health Center, clinical therapists like Alan Obert say light therapy is used in certain cases.
There are what we call light boxes that people would expose themselves to for about 30 minutes a day. It mimics the sunlight.
Obert says about 5 to 10% of residents in our region are affected by seasonal affective disorder. He says 5 to 6% of those individuals experience severe symptoms like thoughts of self-harm.
We are always looking at safety. What can we do to help ensure this individual's safety and well-being until they can get to the other side of this?
That was Joseph Lawler reporting. Obert says that level of severity is extremely rare, but if you are, or a loved one, are experiencing a mental health crisis, you can find those available resources right now in this story at WGEM.com.